It's time to go back out to Tom at Hy-Vee on Battlefield.
Tom, what else are you getting into over there? Hopefully you're not making trouble.
No, I'm not going to make trouble because I have someone who would just like cut me off like that fast. Michelle right here. And okay, we talked about the tortillas. All right, now you have a couple of dishes here. And one thing to remember about, you know, the Hispanic culture is so much revolves around the foods, the different profiles and everything.
And they really like to cook for groups. They have food and family, food and get-togethers. Any reason to eat, right?
Yeah. But that's family, friends, love. That's what it's all about, the foods. What have you brought for us this time?
So over here, I have slow cooker carnitas. So it's something really easy to start before you go to work in the morning.
So that it just kind of takes your time when you come
can
back
do
from work?
Like 8 to 10 hours on low or 5 hours on high. So depending, you put a boneless pork butt in. Real Mexican Coca-Cola is preferred because it's got the sugar and not the corn syrup in it.
Right. This is old world kind of Coca-Cola. That's the way it was made.
That's right.
With the sugar.
And all the spices that go in it, and some onion, and you just let that simmer all day. And it is amazing. When I walked in last night after work, and I could smell that.
Yeah, that's the first thing that you'll always do is that aroma is so good. You've also crisped things up a little bit here.
Yeah, you can either do it.
Trick with that.
You can either do it in the oven or in a cast iron skillet. You pour a little bit of the reserve broth in the pork and put it under the broiler and crisp it up. It makes it really good to go on your tortilla. And of course, you know, traditional Mexican flavors always include beans and rice.
Yes.
So with the carnitas, we've paired the black beans that I slow cooked and kind of smashed up a little bit. With cotija cheese because it's a nice pungent cheese that really brings out the flavors, especially in the corn. I made a Spanish rice with corn to go with it, and then obviously you can dip your homemade flour tortillas with it and add some.
That's the thing. I mean, you can build yourself the way that some people build a taco if you want to do that, but it's just as easy. Just kind of take it and dip it. And just get some good food right there.
And I've got my homemade pickled jalapenos on top of it if you like a little spice. And it has oranges in it. So one of the other oranges and lime was the other things we put, fresh squeezed oranges and limes in the carnitas.
Now to do all of this, of course, you have all the ingredients here at Hy-Vee.
And a lot of it's in our produce department. So year round, cilantro, pico, shredded lettuce if you're so inclined. Fresh pico that we make at our distribution center, at our commissary. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one thing that so often is here at Hy-Vee. You can find so many things that are fresh, that are made in your kitchens here, that sort of thing. So you do have a lot to choose from. And I'm enjoying seeing this laid out because
all the toppings you can add.
I can take all the toppings in the world and just have a grand time with it. And as you said, you know, you have the jarritos, the sodas, things like that. Just everything around Hy-Vee. Let's also mention something that's kind of changing at Hy-Vee. You've got a new kind of plus program.
Yeah, our fuel saver is getting better, and it's
as though it wasn't good enough anyway.
So it's not just a fuel saver now; it's the perks card, and you'll notice signs hanging from our ceiling and the front couple pages of our ad. Got perks pricing, and you need to update your card if you want to get that perks pricing. That pricing is we revisit quarterly. So like right now, our Fresh Express salad is 99 cents on perks, where it's $1.99 normal. We've got a good deal on butter right now on the perks pricing, but you've got to update your card.
Yeah, and those things are going to be changing, different things like that, right?
Yes.
And I know you can get all the information. You have the QR code that we're showing people. That's going to get. You'll be able to keep up with everything that is and will be Hy-Vee, of course, by going there. Now, are you still doing the Chiefs?
Yes, every Monday, you get your savings based on how many the Chiefs score. So the Chiefs scored 27 last week. Is that right?
That sounds right.
So if you spend $27, you got 27 cents on your fuel saver.
20 cents
on your perks card. Yes.
Cents per gallon.
Yes.
See, you could save a lot of money doing that.
That's right.
All right, so. Switch it up, upgrade. Hispanic Heritage Month.
That's
you have all the food in the world you could imagine. It's right here at Hy-Vee. Always good to see you,
You
Michelle.
too.
Back to you.
Thank you, Tom. When you walk in the door right now at Hy-Vee, there's someone right there to help you upgrade your card to this Perks because they've always got such great deals going on. So when you walk in, make sure you do that.